I didn't say nothing.
You did.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't say anything.
No.
You just looked at me.
I didn't
like
say
I was
nothing.
some kind of fucking freak.
I didn't look at you.
Yeah, you looked at me.
No.
Yeah, you fucking did.
What do you mean freak?
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of It's Saturday Night. Do you know where your love is at? With your host, The Stroke. Oh, yeah, baby.
These headphones keep me from remembering.
Good evening, babies. Let's get this show on the fucking road, shall we? I know, hey, I know. Here we are. Once again, I gotta tell y'all, babies, I need you to move yourself just a little bit closer. Don't worry, I won't bite much. Though we done talked about that, that's okay. That's okay. Babies, good evening and welcome to another edition of It's Saturday Night. Do you know where your love is at? I, of course, am your number one bona fide sexy son-bitch of a host, The Stroke. Thanks for tuning in. Pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. Just saying. Oh, babies, I know. I'm over here all shits and giggles and happy and stuff, but I gotta be honest with you. It's been kind of a tense one here at the Palace of Strokitude lately here. Has been. Can't even lie. Just telling y'all the truth over here. That's what your boy, the Uncle Stroker, does. Nothing but love, nothing but truth. And as you can see behind my shoulder right there, we are on the air. So, let's get this shit cracking. Babies, tonight's edition, episode, whatever the fuck you want to call it, centralizes and revolves around one individual that works here at the Palace of Strokitude. She is not a performer, but she does work behind the scenes, and she keeps this palace looking damn good and quite afloat on the money side of things. Just saying. So, babies, I'm going to tell y'all the story about Delphine. More specifically, I'm going to tell y'all the story about Delphine's daddy. Now, that is not the carnal knowledge style daddy that I'm talking about, so get your minds out the gutter. There's not enough room for all of us there. Anyways, babies, I first met Delphine while hitchhiking my way back to Fort Worth, and I found myself in Tensalles Parish, Louisiana. And I'm just walking down the road, doing my damn thing, just trying to get to where I'm trying to go, and ain't nobody stopping. What can I say? I don't look like the type of person you pull over and stop for, not until you see this beautiful face and the smile. But anyways, more on that later, I'm sure. Just take a picture, you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I'm walking, and alongside me comes this pick-em-up truck, an old school model pick-em-up truck. And I look over real quick. I did the, shaking the Delilah there a little bit. Anyways, there's this little girl, whatever. She said, "Hey, you need a ride?" I said, "No. Matter of fact, I just like to walk for fun." And she said, "Okay," and started to drive. I said, "Oh, no, hell no." She must have understood I was just being a sarcastic son of a bitch. She hits the brakes. I said, "Hey, yeah, I definitely need a ride. I'm trying to make it to Fort Worth." She said, "I can't get you there, but I know somebody who possibly can." I said, "Well, all right, go ahead and unlock this door. Let me get up in there." And she said, No. See, my daddy don't like men riding in the cab of this truck with me. And on top of that, you're white, so you get to ride in the back. I said, "Well, all right now, you're going to mess up Delilah. But that's okay. I got we're good. Yeah, I'll take that ride." And along we went. Now, I'm not familiar with Tensalles Parish in any way, shape, or form. I'm not. But I know, woods and deep, thick woods, and I know dirt roads like it ain't nobody's business. I got a lot of history in my life. 74 fucking years. God damn. Let me there. Yeah, well, see, I'm telling a story about Louisiana. I don't start talking like it. Anyways. Great as ever. You know it. Anyways, we get to that place, and it's behind some little wooded area, and I'm like, "Oh shit, well, we gonna pull up to, but it's gonna be looking like a damn shack, I guarantee." Nope, I was 100% wrong. A nice little humble abode off on this little stretch of land all by its own self, and I'm like, "God damn, man, that's nice. So she hops out the truck and I jump out the back of the truck and she's now, you wait here. I got to go talk to him first because you're already going to have a problem with me bringing a man home. But I got to explain to him the situation. So I'm going to go and talk to him. He's going to okay it. If he says no, you got to go. And I was like, all right, do you think? I'm going to wait. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, babies. I heard this man before I saw him. She said, boom, 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 boom. And out of the door, I don't know how he fit through the damn door. Out of this doorway, all right, listen. I ain't saying he's obese. He wasn't. Well, not by any stretch of it. I mean, it wasn't that. Babies, and y'all know in my 174 years in this world, I dibble-dabbled in quite a few things. And I know y'all don't remember, I told y'all I was in the wrestling biz. I met a lot of large men. But I ain't never once in my life met a damn giant. And Mr. Desmond was a fucking giant. Best believe. So I stood there on the porch chit-chatting. I guess he must have liked the cut of my jibe. You know, I charmed him, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. We sat there and we talked and he's like, you can come on in. And, you know, yeah, I can get you to Fort Worth. I'm going just right by Fort Worth. I should be able to take care of that for you. I said, I don't know what else I could do for you, man. But thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, you know, I got to know Delphine and Miss Desmond. I got to know them through this evening. You know, it was he and I, we kind of, I guess, we were good with one another. Good enough that he felt like he could invite me into his home, I guess, whatever. But turns out he's, you know, single daddy. Mama done passed. And he'd been raising Delphine on his own, being a truck driver, stowing away every little nugget of money he can just to keep that house that they was living on and that little piece of land just so they can hold on to it. I could respect that. I could. The man was putting everything on the line for his daughter, and that was great. That's awesome. Shows true heart. True heart. So, anyways, next morning we get up bright and early. We hop up in his truck, and we head our way to Fort Worth. Now, somewhere along the line, down the road, as they say, to Fort Worth, babies. Somewhere down that road. That little CB radio starts squawking off. It's a dispatch, and they like, Desmond, come in. And he's like, oh, damn, I don't want to even answer. I already know what they're going to bitch. They're going to bitch because I'm already going off course. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, well, damn, dude. Like, is this going to be an issue? Because, I mean, hey, I ain't trying to cause you no troubles, none of that. You know, what you want to do? He said, yeah, I'm going to take care of this bitch right here. He pulls out the CB. He tells him, he's like, hey, don't worry. I'm only deviating from the trip. Going to take me 15 minutes. I'll be there. And they're like, nah, that ain't acceptable. You got to make this. He's like, you know what? I'm done talking to y'all. I told you what I'm going to do in this house. I'm going to do. So I'm just sitting there like, I'm thinking I'm about to have to hop out the truck and start walking. Cool. He got me most of the way there, you know. So, fucking hands up. I'm like, damn, why don't you just pull over and let me out? He's like, I got you. I have my word. I told you I get where you was going. We're going to get there. And I'm like, all right, man. So as we're driving, CB keep going off, keep squawking. He's just ignoring it. He's like, you know what? I ain't doing this shit. And he gets a phone call on his phone and pulls it out, puts it on speaker. He's like, what you want? Apparently, this is the owner of the company who he's worked for about 15 years, something like that. And he's like, look, I'm going to need you to pull that truck over. We've been trying to contact you. You're not answering. You know the rules here. What we say goes, you just work for us. So I'm going to need you to pull that truck over. And Mr. Walker is coming to your location to pick up the truck from you. He's like, you know what? I'm going to be where I'm going to be. You can't tell me nothing. Goodbye. That's it. Click. So he drops me off at a Flying J in Fort Worth. Now I turn around and hey, man, I appreciate it. I hope everything's all right, man. I hate to hear that you might have gotten in trouble trying to help me. He's like, I ain't worried about that shit. They get mad at me about 6 times a week. I'm like, all right, well, I appreciate you, your kindness, your hospitality, sir. Thank you so very much. And we went our separate ways. But I had respect for that man. I thought he was a damn good human being, you know? So I went on living my life, no problem. About a few years later, found myself, traveling through Louisiana, and I found myself in the northeastern part of Louisiana. Now, understand, I'm not very familiar with Louisiana, all right, except for the southern parts. You know what I'm saying? That's for another story, another time. Not this time. We need to be serious, because what I'm about to lay on you, babies, ain't nothing nice, let me tell you. So, as I said, I found myself in northeastern Louisiana, going through Tensall Parish. And I wondered to myself, I said, I know somebody out here. Her daddy helped me out a long time ago. I wonder if she's still kicking around. Sure enough, she was. I done pulled in that long stretch of dirt road. There we are, back at Mr. Desmond and Miss Delphine's house. Only that house didn't look as good as it did back in the day. I mean, it looked like it needed a little bit of fucking work. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. I hope they still live here. And I go, sure enough, Delphine's there. She's like, man, I'm so happy to see you. So happy to see you. We're just doing everything I can to keep this place afloat. And I'm like, well, Delphine, where your daddy at? He was doing a good job helping y'all out. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, oh, you didn't hear? I'm like, what the hell you mean? I didn't hear. What happened? Man. Babies. Apparently, well, not apparently, this actually happened. They found Mr. Desmond's body in a thicket of woods, a little sparse, dense area of woods just outside of Fort Worth. 2 days after he dropped me off at that Flying J. And I asked her, I said, well, damn, I mean, what happened? It's got to be. She's like, we don't know. All we know is they found a body. His truck was gone. It's mysterious. It's the case gone cold. It's been a couple of years, And I'm like, well, did they ever talk to his boss? They ever talk to, I don't remember what he said his boss name was, but I know he had a security guard that he was sending out to pick up the truck. That's where your daddy explained it, that Mr. Walker was some kind of some security guard. He nothing ever happened there. She's like, well, you know what? We suspected it could have been something like that, but we didn't have any proof. We couldn't prove nothing. All we knew is he's dead. Truck gone. Case closed. That's that Southern justice type shit. I don't know. And I'm like, well, that's horrible. I can't understand how they would just do that. Like, y'all should really look into Mr. Walker, because the way your daddy talked about him, he was not one of those good type of cats. And so, babies, guess what? Lo and behold, that information I provided Delphine with was enough to open a case again. And it led to an arrest. Fantastic fucking news. I mean, I'm still heartbroken Mr. Desmond ain't with us no more, because, truly great human beings are few and far between these days. So, anyways, I invited Delphine. I say, look, if you ain't got nothing else to do, I tell you what, you come work with me over at the Palace of Stroke-titude. You can do our books for us over there. We'll never ask you to perform, none of that shit. You can work behind the scenes. And she's like, hey, as long as it can pay me enough money, where what I really want to do is make sure I can buy this land and keep this house here as a memorial to my dad. And I said, well, damn it, we're going to make that happen. So it did. Now, babies, this substantially an amount of time has passed since all this. She'd been working here for quite some time. She is family, as I mentioned at the top of this video. So, find myself on Monday this past week, cutting it up with the rest of the girls in the office, because you boy's charming, all right? I am a straight up aphrodisiac. Pun intended. You can take that. I don't mind. Anyways, so I seen Delphine off in the corner. She looked upset. I was like, hey man, talked to another girl that's in the office. I was like, hey, what's going on with Delphine? She's like, I don't know. She got a call this morning. She's just been upset ever since then. Been upset. Standoffish, won't talk to nobody about what the problem is. I was like, well, you all ain't talked to her the way I talked to her, so let me go on out. I'm going to go out and talk to her. I went over to Delphine. I'm like, Delphine, girl, when you smile, the sun shines. So why am I seeing all this darkness around here? You ain't smiling. What's going on? Delphine tells me she got a call from the lawyer this morning. They are releasing Mr. Walker from prison this week. Now, you understand, babies, I know Delphine, and I know the look that she had in her eye. I'm not one big on revenge myself unless that revenge is well worth it. And y'all know talk is cheap when the story's good, so suffice it to say, I know what that look means, and I don't know what the hell's gonna happen, but I am connected to this. So had it not been for him helping your boy out, getting me where I needed to go, he might very well not have had that fate befall him. And there's no might to it. It wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have come into the picture. So you see, I am connected like Legos on this shit. So whatever she decides, I'm all for it now. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but one thing I do know is the story that I just told y'all with is pure proof that no good deed goes unpunished, apparently, and that's fucking sad. You know, somehow this great man is gone just by trying to help somebody else out. So, like I said, I'm responsible. I feel responsible. I'm connected to it, and I'm gonna back Delphine's play whatever the hell she needs. All right. Babies, I have said absolutely too much at this point. We just go ahead and blame the elixir. That's what it was. Oh, he was drunk. He didn't know what the hell he was saying. Some shit like that. I don't know. Anyways, babies, I am rambling. Thank y'all for joining for another edition of It's Saturday Night. Do you know where he loves that? I've, of course, been your number one bona fide, sexy, son bitch of a host. Y'all go ahead and take a picture with him. There you go. That one's for free. As always, we're still on the goal to 10K. We get 10K, y'all get to see some nipple. Just saying. It's worth it. It is. It is. Trust me, I wouldn't lie to y'all. Anyways, babies, like I said, thanks for joining. If you like the vibe, please do like and subscribe. I will catch you babies on the flip side. Until next time. Oh yeah, baby. Stroke home.